Hey guys, this is Heather. We're on week 2 of summer break. Wanted to provide an update from Shein. Super, super, super interesting. And dare I say, go Donald. What happened? The Trump administration ended duty-free import loophole for Chinese fast fashion, including Shein and Temu. So what's the impact? What does that mean? So 30% tariffs now apply on many goods, immediate spike in import costs and retail prices, and U.S. users dropped 12% in Q2, which is down $41.4 million. Their ads budgets have been slashed, and there are some factories that have been shut or removed. So, I mean, dare I say it? Also, I don't love the Business Insider update. Trump imposes new tariffs on cheap Chinese goods sold by companies like Temu and Shein. That's the headline. And then the second headline is, get ready for higher prices and longer waits on your packages. Don't buy this shit to begin with, and then that's not a problem to solve. I say go Donald on this one. Fuck you, Donald, and go Donald. Also, the global ripple effect, what's happening? Basically, the long of the short is their emissions are jumping 23.1%. There's getting a ton of public pushback. They've tried to do a little bit around there, doing right for the globe. They're all getting called greenwashing. They've had a ton of labor rights scrutiny. There's a 62-page sustainability report around the modern slavery of this company. I mean, I think the big takeaway here is you know, as we've continued, and I think what makes me a little proud to say that our little listener set drove some awareness to, you know, how are these brands producing? Where are they producing? What is the effect on the environment? What is the effect on human rights? And quite frankly, if America wasn't going to make some of those decisions for themselves, for the betterment of this country, I got to say, hi-yuya, and to be determined. We'll see what happens. Oh, I think another huge takeaway is basically the UK, where they were filing their IPO, basically said, I think, nah. And so they're trying to file it in Hong Kong. So that's another big takeaway. And I think at the end of the day, Gen Zs and millennial customers, again, there's more transparency to what's happening. You're seeing more and more folks like ourselves, Netflix specials, et cetera, talk about the impact of these companies on, you know, all of the above. So I say go buyers, go the customer who ultimately makes the decision. I think $40 million sucks bad. And if that was publicly traded, your whole board would be asking questions, if not mostly now replaced by shareholders. So we're sticking it to them where it hurts in their pocketbooks. And hopefully between some laws that this administration has decided to put through and hopefully work out, as I've gathered from where we're at today, and then us as, again, buyers make good decisions. So I end that with, I'm still closing to Shein. Couldn't even sell those shirts in the garage sale. So let's circle back to one of our very first episodes where Jess and I were just figuring out what the ropes of podcasting were. Tune in today to Shein.
Can we cheers? Can we clink at the top? What would be your type? How would you describe your type? This is really embarrassing.
I'm not on any sort of wagon over here either. Okay. So. All right, welcome to Stirred Up with Jess and Heath. I'm Heath, and this is...
I'm Jess.
And we're thrilled that one or maybe even more of you decided to tune in. As we kick things off, we thought it would be smart to let you know what you can probably expect from us over the next few episodes. First segment we have for now, Spilling the Tea. Well, we're let loose on whatever's been bouncing around in our heads. We've talked about airing out our grievances and our good vibes. Could be anything from our kids to work, or whatever. Even an asshole at a traffic light. Whatever.
That's right.
Then we'll dive into the spill. That's our business shop talk, where we'll chat about different brands, companies, stories that were intriguing to us, caught our attention, and hopefully yours too.
Yeah.
And then finally we'll wrap things up and we'll clink or cheers to how we think or feel, or the outcome of the story we tell, or the story we unfold.
Yeah.
Or it's last calls. Do we hang up the brand hat with the brand or the company and close down the bar? Yep. In this instance.
Clink or close.
Clink or close. So with that, we'll get into...
Can we cheers? Can we clink at the top?
Clink to our tea. We haven't decided if we're afternoon tea people yet.
Yeah. I mean, I microwaved your coffee.
I did not. I'm drinking probiotic green tea because I'm getting 40.
Getting 40. I like it. You're not there yet?
No. 3 more months or something. Okay.
What's the spill today?
Okay, so I thought a couple things. One, when did the Jess came over this morning and you're like, can we listen? Do you care if we listen to the radio this morning? And I was like, sure. We can listen to the radio. And she's like, can we listen to Post Malone? He has a whole country,
so into it. I'm obsessed.
Whole country album. I did not know this.
Oh, you didn't?
I mean, I knew something was happening, but I haven't really been listening to.
It's like maybe the only thing I've been deeply engaged in is like Post Malone content and like who he's singing with. He's been doing duets with like 90s country stars. I'm obsessed.
How timely.
Yeah.
How on trend. Do you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
The 90s are back.
That's a good point. I hadn't even registered that.
So if you haven't already, what song did we listen to this morning that I really liked?
So Tim, there was the one with Tim McGraw.
Yes.
And it's called like Good Ones, I think. It's Good Ones. Mm-hmm. I'm looking for the right one, but the wrong ones keep looking at me.
Who says that, Tim or Post?
They both have a thing.
Stony Malone.
Post says, I got fuck you money, honey. Come and get you some. He's like ready to burn through it.
Is Post Malone your type?
No, but he would be my type if he was like, he could be probably, but no, very much no.
Is he does he have a sober living life?
No, he drinks a lot. That's like the way that the song even starts is like that smoke's filling up my lungs, the buds, the long necks are out. I don't know, whatever. He says something like that. Like he's always drunk. He even did an interview. He is like, I've never seen him in any of the videos I've been like watching and engaging in deeply in the last few months, 6 months, always with a Bud Light and always with a cigarette. One of his interviews did say that before his transition into country, I don't know if it was like the reason that I don't know like what the transition really was, but when a couple of years ago he was surrounded by everybody but so alone, he would go to bed and like cry every night, but like drunk all the time too, like
you
just
hear
getting
about that a lot.
Yeah,
having a lot of people around you as like a celebrity or an athlete,
yeah,
but then you feel like
I thought the same thing,
super completely alone and isolated.
I was like, how did you not know that was going to come then? Like all of these people are meaningless to you. It makes me wonder if he really thinks like the country people that he's with feel closer, or is it just as fake? You know what I mean? Because he's everywhere. He's with everybody. But the music is baller good.
All right, so up next this weekend on this we're going into Labor Day, so who knows when this will air, but
yeah.
We're going into Labor Day.
Yeah, long weekend.
Put on the Posty.
Yeah. Big fan.
Big fan of him.
Is he your type? Hold on, you asked me mine.
No.
What would be your type? How would you describe your type? My TikTok, I'm not even joking, is like, this is really embarrassing, but my TikTok is full of like blue collar guys without shirts. Like they're like working.
You're not opposed to them. I mean,
yeah, that's Matt,
no
my husband.
Right.
And like silver foxes.
I'm into a silver fox.
Because they're also like funny dad's content that like quickly bleeds over into like smoking hot gray-haired guys.
Type.
I can't believe that.
I think from like a personality perspective, well, I think someone like me would be more fun to be married to. Not practical. Mike and I would just probably be living in a tent somewhere.
Like actually dead by now.
Right. I wouldn't even be alive. It wouldn't even be a question. I really do like in terms of like I like someone who is stable.
Not just like someone to look at, like this is not like the first on your, because I'm married already, so I'm like not looking for somebody stable.
Good. One by myself.
So like if you're watching a movie and you're like, this is attractive, like this dude's attractive, he's playing a character that's responsible.
Okay. How about Jack from Virgin River? That'll work.
I am dying. I thought you were going to say Jax from Sons of Anarchy, because that is like 1000% my type. Like he's bad.
Who's okay?
And
hold on a second.
And he looks like
hold
Matt.
on a second. No, when you say Jax from Sons of Anarchy, if anybody wants to get in the comments and hate and say that he's not their type, then just like goodbye.
Okay, that's fair. So he's everybody's.
You're not our people.
He's everybody's. Like that's who I think about. That'd be like my hall pass.
Yeah. That's good.
Oh, Jack from Virgin River.
All I could think of. And actually, you know what? He's really not my type. I just think that like...
But he's stable. He's stable. Kind, he's so helpful. Sweet. And even when he's making mistakes, he's like doing it for the right reasons. Yeah. Like he makes bad decisions, but he's like helpful.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you think that the audience would think it was funny to hear my bed bug story again? And
Yeah.
you have to tell how you teach your children how to get you beer out of the refrigerator, which I have a hilarious story about when I was a kid.
Okay. So let's recap a little yesterday.
We'll do a little recap from yesterday. So we'll do, not yesterday, but the week.
Yeah.
So bed bugs, because that's the topic. And I have got to, like, we'll talk about Jess's drinking later.
I hope this is not a theme, but like, you know, that'll be a segment. Tell me your drinking story of the week. I'm a mother and I have a job. Like, I'm stable.
It's even, well, the only reason you're stable is because Jess has drinking stories. So just give yourself some grace.
Keeps me fun.
Because I'm fully aligned. Like, I'm not.
I'm
not on any sort of wagon over here either. Okay. So. It's Thursday, baby. No, it's Friday.
Oh yeah, it's Friday. So we've done this.
Happy hour. What are we doing? Time pause.
Pretty soon.
How much longer?
Like after this, immediately. We'll do. I don't know if we can like publicly say we can go for a booze cruise while we.
No, probably not. We will absolutely.
Okay, cut
not
that.
Be doing that.
Okay, cut that. All right. Anyways, tell me about your week. What?
That is just water in that Stanley.
Oh, really? Now
it's called a high noonka. Vodka and high noon.
I asked Mike to put a little shot in his coffee because it was so
terrible.
Like, he puts way too much coffee in there. I told him that too. I said, how much coffee do you scoop in here? Because I'm pouring it. It's like thick.
Blood.
Yeah, and he's like, "Oh, it's a hot topic right now." That's what he said.
Oh yeah, we got in a major.
That's what he's like, sort of blowout.
We actually need to. We've almost been divorced twice this year. Once over the grass, and once over how to proportionately read a coffee label.
I'm crying.
And
he did say that. He did say that was the label. You had to Google it and measure ounces of water.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I love him.
I know.
Very much. But he was so fucking incredibly wrong in the way he was articulating himself that it's just really not healthy to have those discussions because it takes us back about 10 years in our marriage.
About coffee.
It's just the behavior. It's not really it's a trigger for me.
Gotcha.
Admit that you are incorrect.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. Oh, totally.
But it was funny. We were with his parents. And his mom was like, she won't care if I say it. She's like, it's like 8:30 in the morning. She's drinking a Diet Coke and vaping. While we're literally hollering at each other.
But she's unfazed.
Unfazed.
She was like unfazed by it all.
No, totally unfazed. Because she was agreeing, first of all.
But she doesn't get riled up, does she? Not like that.
I think she gets riled up. Oh my God, the fact that she's going to be on our first episode. Love you, Mom.
We don't have to go to deep dive on
That's
Amy
fine.
just yet.
No, it's fine. But I think
because like I picture her just so chill.
She gets riled up if her children fight.
Oh yeah, okay.
But if us girls are overly hard on them.
Oh yeah,
which is fair. Someone's got to stand up.
But those are like real things.
Real things.
There's more than a real thing.
But she knew. she likes to agree with the boys anytime she can. Right? They're her boys. Fair enough. Mm-hmm. But she knew what I was saying was right. And so she was like eerily quiet and also like pretty content for how heated it was. So, bed bugs. Let's go to bed bugs. Should we make me
Please.
Okay. So, I have been not working a full-time job since May. Okay. And so I've spent a lot of time, which is a hobby of mine. I like to shop for anything. Pretty much anything. Like it does not matter if it's, you and I talked about this.
You like the process of shopping.
I like the creative process of
shopping. It pains me.
Yeah, I love it. So I've been a frequent Goodwill and Salvation Army goer for my whole life, but almost every day
for the last couple months. Yeah.
And I found some fabulous things there. I have been buying sheets, as you know. Mm-hmm. And I was at the pool on Monday, and none of my kids would come with me. And I took a picture of myself, and I realized that I had something on my stomach. And I'm like, what is on my stomach? And guys, this is my second bed bug experience. My first one, I didn't tell you about this.
Took a picture, saw the bed bugs.
Yeah, and
saw the bites. You saw the bites.
I saw the bites, and I knew in my heart what they were because
because you had already had them. So when you saw these pictures, when you saw your selfie to send to your daughter,
I thought that my house was infested with bug bugs.
Oh, and you were like, fuck.
What they call in counseling, snowballed. I literally thought, like, imagine them crawling all over me in my own bed.
No.
So I came home, immediately did the bed bug check. It's a thing. Google it. Washed all the blankets on the main level, and then I had an epiphany, like, really quick. It was from those fucking sheets at the Goodwill.
Yeah?
I was holding them up here and not paying attention to what I was doing. Well, who should, I mean...
You just weren't registering that could even
or
be
the Salvation.
possible.
And I don't want to hate on the Goodwill or the Salvation Army because I am a big fan. Could have happened anywhere. Could have happened at Somerset Mall.
Yeah. I don't know.
Maybe Leslie. Maybe it's not that equitable.
Hard to say. But anyways.
Anyway, got bed bugs from the
sheets that you were carrying.
But I think the takeaway is, and why I wanted to tell the audience, is my girlfriend Kate, my husband was a pilot and she's traveled. We'll have to ask her if she can be on the podcast, but she's been, her husband she's been traveling her whole life as a salesperson, and she was the first one who taught me when you come home from a hotel, you do not bring your suitcase in the house.
So I know that, but I still do it.
Why?
I don't know. I think I'm like above bed bugs. Like, not really. In the same way that like you're invincible. You know what I mean? Like I have this like naive invincible thing because it's never happened to me. Yeah. So I'm just like, what's the risk? But until you get on, okay, all right, I'll take it seriously this time.
I just feel like also fair that you're like feel like you're invisible to it because like if you haven't been infested with bed bugs,
yeah, you don't really
in your home. It's like a head lice. It's not a problem for you.
Yeah,
until
it is, and then you don't want it ever again, so you take extra precautions. But yeah. And they bite. Wouldn't you also already know if you were at a hotel that had bed bugs? Wouldn't you already know by the time you got your stuff home, or not necessarily?
I think you can bring them home with you. Like, what if they don't bite you, but they just come home on like a shirt you threw on the bed?
Oh.
You don't seem like that's very believable.
No, because I'd lay in the bed. So I'd lay in the bed. I just don't know. I'm going to have to really process that a little bit more. So this was like a couple days ago.
Yeah.
And so all you had to do is just clean the sheets. Like, I'm sitting here at your house. I've been here yesterday and today. I'm okay. We don't know. I'm like, you're all covered in your blankets. Like, I'm getting itchy.
It doesn't smell like cheese in here, everybody. Like, our house is clean. I live with literally Mr.
Does it itch?
Oh, yeah, what's my type? A cleaner.
Oh, yeah.
So anyways, got bed bugs this week. That was a good time.
Multiple purposes if you have a cleaner.
Also should mention that I am a health hypochondriac, so
okay.
We worked through that together, me and the dog.
The dog?
I gave him a bath at 12:32 because I was like, if I have bed bugs, Brewer has bed bugs.
Oh, God.
But then I had an epiphany, it was from the sheets. So that's the bed bug story. Be careful. Leave your suitcase outside.
So you were able to just take care of the sheets? Hot water? Like
they were already in the washing machine. I know I got them at the store.
Right. Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Or taking them out of the bag and putting them in the washing machine. I'm smart enough to not take...
Nobody else got any more bites like everybody?
No, I'm the only one.
Mm-hmm. Totally God. Makes sense.
Only me. I was like waiting for everyone to wake up with an infestation of bed bugs. And they also, I think... I have to fact check this, but... I don't think they can live on your skin. Like, I don't think they die right. Like, you have to shower. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. So that's uncomfortable.
Anyway, don't get bed bugs, and if you do, slide into my DMs, and I'll tell you exactly how to get rid of them.
Yeah. Drop a note.
I
got you.
Got me.
Got your back.
So travel tip: leave your suitcase outside in the winter. If you leave it outside in the garage overnight, it should kill them. So Jess, we'll transition from bed bugs.
Okay.
But now everybody knows. Now everyone's gonna see me.
In your bed bug history. But at least, some expertise. Everybody,
the more you know,
more people are going to need this information. So it's a public service, really.
Right. Thank you.
To like maybe our one listener.
Harry fell asleep. He doesn't care about bugs. Okay, so I did want to talk about a little bit. So you came over this morning.
Yes.
And I just want you to tell me the story.
So hold on. Let's even back up from yesterday. So we were here working like all afternoon yesterday.
That's right.
We were done with everything. We stayed and chat and just hung out, had a couple of drinks, which is exactly what I want to be doing on a Thursday, like prime time. I go pick up the kids. We go home. Peyton says, "Mom, when I'm done with dinner, can we go for a golf cart ride?" And I'm like, "Yes, girl. That's exactly what I want to be doing. So we get on the golf cart. She grabs the chicken. We go into the barn because do you ever go on a golf cart ride without like a road drink? No.
Negative.
You don't. Like you just
You
don't.
can go golfing without a drink?
This is right. So it's just like a part of the package. So I said, hey, will you show Clay, I'm talking to Peyton, will you show Clay how to go into the fridge in the barn and get me a beer with the sun on it? Because we have Coors Light and we have Busch Light and we have Trulies. There's some variety. There's some IPAs. There's really only one that I want. It's an Oberon. So she goes into the garage and she says, there's no beers with suns on it. I had drank them all, which is a big bummer. And she says, but there's green ones. So she comes out with a Bud Light Lime, and I said, that'll do. It's fine. Probably healthier is why they're in there. I'm not supposed to be drinking Oberons this summer because there's too many calories. But alas, I gave up. I don't care. Anyways, so we get on the golf cart, we get a chicken, we go for a ride. We're having a blast. We go like multiple times around the property, go through the woods. We're checking out trees that had fallen in the storm from this week, like put the chicken away, clean up everything. And Matt's got a fantasy football draft he was on
Big deal.
hours he was doing this.
Yeah.
And it was remote, so they're just on teams. But he's making mules or something. Whiskey, he puts an Irish mule. He's got like a half gallon of Jameson. He's got all his limes, and he's making good drinks. And I'm like, that sounds great. I'm done with beer. I don't need this anymore. So I had like a glass and a half of wine here. I had my 2 Bud Light Limes, and I opened up the only bottle of wine we have in the house. So we're purely out of wine. We have 0 wine now in this house. So I opened up a bottle of red wine, and it was fantastic. I'm on TikTok looking at like Silver Fox juice.
Shirtless construction workers.
I think I sent you videos, and then I was like, that was a bad video. Why did I send that to Heather? I deleted it. I don't know.
When you delete things after you text them, does it really delete?
I don't know. You'll have to tell me. But this was not even in text. This was in TikTok itself. So anyways, I was just having a blast. The kids were all sleeping. Matt was doing his own thing. So I was just loving this.
Living your best life.
Yeah, like drinking my wine. And I was laughing so hard I was crying at just stuff on TikTok. So I was having a blast. All of a sudden, it's like 10:30. The wine is gone. I woke up this morning. I was not necessarily hungover, but I described to you, I was so thirsty. I didn't have like a headache. I wasn't nauseous.
Like,
it wasn't.
She getting so much. I'm so dehydrated.
Yeah, like
my lips.
mouth.
What did you say? She goes, I dropped.
I had to go take Clay to his 3-year well check this morning at the doctor's office at 8:00. So I had to put lipstick on because you could still see the red line from the wine. Like, because your lips get stained.
I don't drink red wine very often. You know that.
Yeah, this is true. But so that's what I'm telling you. Your lips get stained.
Stained from the red wine?
Yeah, like that's probably why I have crappy
like,
teeth.
Clinique raspberry on or something, like a good Hello.
I don't know what I did. It doesn't even take like, you don't even have to put like something heavy. Just can't, you can tell. You can tell.
Like you would know if you saw somebody like that.
For sure.
Wine lips or
Rob Taylor calls me out on it all the time.
Really?
Yeah. He probably can see it right now.
Do you know that the people are having 90 parties now, and the red wine color reminds me of like the super dark outline.
Yeah,
lip with the light. Lip
people love it.
They're into it.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so a couple takeaways from that. And first of all, it's hilarious that you drink Bud Light wine and wine in the same.
And
night.
like expensive. And the Bud Light Lime was before the good red wine.
We have a very stirred up personality. You got the Bud Light in you, and then you got the California Red.
Yeah.
And the fact that your daughter knows the Oberon brand is defined by a sun is hysterical on every level for me. And also yay for Oberon.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, my dad and my grandma asked me to get him beer so much. And do you remember when beer came in like the brown? I'm older than you.
I have Oberon in my car now, by the way. I bought it at 10:00 this morning when I was doing my errands. But anyways.
You're like, I'm not running out of
Yeah. I was coming back to Heather's house. I couldn't come empty-handed.
We're drinking ourselves out of house and home here, working together. No.
Okay.
But do you remember when the beer, my dad and my grandma drank Blatz, which I don't know if you remember Blatz. How old are you? 30. In the boxes that the beer would come in, the long necks.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And they're still this way in Europe. Well, they were in Italy. It's like a cardboard box that you open and it's all divided by like almost like
oh yeah, that I know.
In these days.
That's what I do. I do put my Christmas bulbs in those. My dad used to bring those home, and that's what I would put my Christmas bulbs in.
I would love to have a couple of those. So anyway, They kept asking me for beer, so I was walking back and forth from the house to the barn.
Oh, yeah.
Over and over. And the next thing you know, I'm probably Peyton size.
Yeah.
And I had filled up my own cooler.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I drug it across. And by the time I got the beer to my grandma, my mom wasn't a big drinker, my grandma and my dad, they were all smashed but one because I was too little. But I was sick of making the trip. So I didn't get in trouble because
you're helping them.
I'm trying to be helpful. But it's hilarious that when you have little kids, you have to go get your beer.
I mean, sometimes Matt and I joke that it's like the reason for having kids is that they can like do your bidding and get your beer.
Mom was sitting still. Okay, so that was the tea today. The tea today was Post Malone. If you haven't checked it out, I've listened to 3 or 4 songs now.
Big fan.
Big fan. Jess is a big fan.
Maybe album of the year. Sorry, Taylor Swift.
What?
Maybe album of the year.
Statement, dude.
Serious.
We have to get in a fight about that.
Okay, bring it.
Do you listen to her album, Tortured Poets?
No, I'm not a huge fan. Like, there's things that I like that I'm like, oh, this is catchy and fun.
I knew you.
I don't really get into it. I love what she's doing. Like, I'm all
about it.
Yeah, I love that people have something to get hyped about, and it's such a positive thing. So here for it. It's like religion, not for me, but. Yeah, like good for them, you know.
I'm absolutely here for it, and I'm like, I think she's a queen.
Yeah, you know what? Me too.
She's up there.
But the music is just like not my cup of tea.
Oh my god.
Pun intended here.
Well,
but Post Malone.
Go get Post Malone.
Okay.
Careful of the bed bugs, and note to self.
Keep the lipstick. The lipstick handy.
Keep the lipstick handy in case you drink too much red wine. You told me the story this morning. I was like, wait, you drank Bud Light Lime? And her first response to me was, we were out of Oberon. I was just wondering. That just stirred up from Bud Light Lime to red wine.
Yeah, and in reverse order. We had wine here, then I went to Bud Light Lime, which is a very golf cart appropriate thing. White? Do I like what?
Did you like the Chloe White?
Oh, yeah. We drink a lot of white wine at home. That's what Matt prefers. He drinks that occasionally. Are we ready?
Personal shit.
Are we ready for the real tea?
Let's go to the real tea.
Okay. So I'm excited.
Today's brand. I am not dressed like Robin Williams from the Birdcage for no reason.
Are you going to show us? I don't know how much the camera spans, but we'll do our best. We'll see.
So, in honor of today.
Hold on, your mic.
In honor of today.
I think you can lean way for it if you need.
I'm dressed as Robin Williams from the Birdcage, or I brought these two to see what you thought. Elton John.
So impressed.
You love it?
Yeah.
This is my not Shein shirt. This is my Shein shirt. Shein.
Yeah.
And I ordered it from Shein, previously known as Shein.
And that's what Heather previously knew it as.
Pardon?
That's what you previously knew it as. I thought it was, that was my first question, was like, how do we say this? How do we say, the brand is Shein.
Shein.
Yeah. And that's what Heather's wearing. The pants too.
No, these are from the Goodwill. Bed bug free.
Okay.
I washed them.
For the shirt. With snakes and all.
So my husband actually said he liked it. And
okay.
I was like
when Mike says he liked it, why?
But as he's been picking out we need to talk about that someday, because he went to the mall and picked out his own clothes, and he came back looking like Jerry Lee Lewis. I'm not kidding you. Everything he had was a color and like tie-dye, and like his style is not who he is not who I've dressed him as for the last 20 years, because I was shocked. But he liked my shirt. I liked what I was going for was, first of all, it's only the second time I purchased something from Shein. And I was going for like a Versace, like Miami, like something cute, like 80s sort of silk with some jeans. I don't know if I drank too much wine.
Okay, yeah.
But I not only got one.
Well, this.
I ordered 2 of them on accident.
Yeah.
Just in case the first one wasn't awesome enough, I ordered the second one. But didn't realize that I was buying a shirt with snakes all over it, which is
weird.
Even on a
snakes and stars and moons.
Just really not my vibe. Like, it just is. I'm learning how to sew, and I was going to make Jess a bandana for her to wear today.
I like.
And so Shein started out as what? Tell me about the name.
Yeah. So I'll tell you about the company just in general. We may go all over the place. I have lots of notes. Intention here is not to be comprehensive, but there's a lot to talk about, honestly. Shein started as a wedding shop. It's a Chinese company made for export. People in China, like consumers in China, don't even are not aware of the brand. It's not made in China for Chinese people. It's made in China for Western groups. It's intended to be Europe and North America, I would say, United States. Their strategy, their market is not in China. They ship to 220 countries. The United States makes up a gigantic portion of their income. Yes. Yep. So it started as a wedding shop and other things. It was called She Inside.
That's weird.
I know, the whole story is weird. Creepy. Yeah. It started as She Inside, then they shortened it to Shein. So I thought it was pronounced Shine.
And I thought it was Shein.
But it's Shein. Lots of people pronounce it incorrectly. Even the influencers they pay online, media reporters, like fashion reporters. I've heard a mixed bag. But this was really kind of like the first thing that I learned about the company is that it's not pronounced accurately, and it's Shein. That's how it's pronounced.
Okay.
Other crazy fact. It's valued at $100 billion.
$100 billion?
Yes. The CEO and the creator, his name is Chris Zhu. He is one of the wealthiest men in the world now.
Was he wealthy before this?
No.
Really?
So there's almost nothing known about him.
Interesting.
There's only 4 pictures of him online. It's extremely mysterious. Most of his employees don't even know what he looks like. If he were to walk down the street or walk down the halls of his own company, he probably would not be recognized.
Why? What's the why?
He's secretive. That's what I was going to ask you. Let's speculate.
He's
why?
Naughty.
Yeah.
He's probably has really unfair work practices, and he's afraid they're going to
We'll get there.
Okay.
The other crazy thing about the success of Shein right now is that as of June this year, overtook Amazon as the #1 shopping app in America and is as such in dozens of other countries. Do you shop on the app?
So I've only bought probably 50, no, that's not true. Probably 50, maybe 15 things from Shein ever, and just 2 orders. So this last birdcage order, and you just bought it
on the website.
On the website.
This CEO, this founder, 2008 was when he created the company. He used to be in digital marketing and SEO. His expertise is actually in user experience. They're just so far ahead in terms of user experience. They mix together media and entertainment into the experience and user-generated content and reviews. They incentivize users to leave reviews and engage with content by giving them points. That's the rewards points. And then they'll say, oh, you have X amount of dollars, or...
Say that to me again?
They're considered to be extremely far ahead in combining engagement on the app with credits that you can then use to buy. Some of the people on TikTok that were talking about this, college students, would say that they would just put a group order in of $400, and they would just get so much stuff that they forgot even what they picked out. They just unboxed everything right in their room, and it would just be so much stuff. Everything individually wrapped in those little containers, those little baggies that you showed. I don't know if you brought them down here or not. But everything is individually wrapped in those baggies. And that's a sustainability issue. That was sort of a complaint. It doesn't matter what you bought. Or I bet even you bought those 2 shirts, I bet they were both in their
individual bags.
Yeah.
And they're sometimes the bags feels better quality than the shit I'm pulling out of it.
So one of the TikTokers who kind of called this out, they were just oh my God, all of this is just going to go to landfill. She had people on TikTok send her those bags, and she is now making clothes out of those bags. So let me tell you how it's made, and then we can hypothesize why they do that. So what is even your awareness of like fast fashion, how that works?
Go ahead.
I learned this off for the first time in researching this. So this is not something that is like, I think, considered common knowledge. I certainly had no idea. So fast fashion is, I don't even really know much about like the fashion industry prior to fast fashion, but it was sort of introduced in the 1990s by the company that owns Zara. So I think Zara was one of the first fast fashion companies where instead of it just being like every season you get a new set of designs and these are the things we'll have in store for the season, Zara was introducing like every couple of weeks new things in the store. It got people coming into the store. They might be only purchased in volumes of like 1,000 or a couple thousand per item, per like clothing style, per design. They could reorder them, sure, but they're cycling through clothes in their fashion pretty
It's the latest,
quickly.
right?
That's what?
It's the latest fashion, right? They're trying to be very on trend
Yeah.
with what's happening now.
And like maybe even creating their trends. Like maybe there are enough trends, but they're sourcing through them. They can hit multiple trends instead of having to pick a couple. That's probably how I would even gather it. Because I don't think trends change as quickly as they're changing their designs. I think they're just allowing their designs to adapt, maybe even leading some of those trends, making them change. So Zara was the first known. H&M, Forever 21 also were like fast follows there. And then by the end, in the mid 2010 kind of time frame, there became that ultra fast fashion. So like ASOS, Fashion Nova, those accelerated that.
They're everywhere now.
Yeah.
You couldn't even name them all today.
No, yeah, that's true. I only picked out the ones that I knew.
But I love ASOS. Look, I used to order a ton of stuff from ASOS.
Yeah.
So
Shein turns fast fashion into fast fashion 2.0. So what happens? They don't have any manufacturing sites. They don't have any of their own brick and mortar stores, unlike many of these others. I don't think like ASOS and Fashion Nova do, but obviously Zara and H&M, Forever 21, they had a retail footprint, like a brick and mortar retail footprint. Shein does not, and they also don't have their own manufacturing. So when they started to scale, they just brought in like a whole bunch, 800 in one summer is what I read, new designers. So they have people like just turning out designs in-house. They source them from the internet. They get sued all the time from like high fashion, whatever, all over the place. Also sometimes making faux pas. They had like a Black Lives Matter kind of in that time frame. They made an iPhone case of like a chalk outline on the yeah. They misunderstood. The designer misunderstood, but they're doing it so fast. Like there must not be an approval process. Like they're just cranking this stuff out.
when you say designing it and they're just stealing shit off the internet, are they
Yes.
actually, like, they're pulling it off the internet and they're sewing it, these people? Or
Okay,
they're
so
sketchers?
they're making like the pattern. They're saying this is what the outfit needs to look like. They then send an order of only about 100 items per, like 100 quantity per item to their suppliers. They have 5,000 suppliers. And these are just like independent Chinese factory workers, basically. They could be like small
Mom and pop shops.
I looked at pictures online and it would be like a big warehouse, and then these people would just be in like a room of the warehouse. You could like walk down the hallway.
Place to sew.
And these Shein bags were just stocked up everywhere. They get paid for the volume of output. They send them, people receive it on their phone. These workers receive the order on their phone and like their back end system and just start making them immediately. If they see that it's selling quickly, they might then put another order in for 1,000, but their order levels are like so much tinier. Now get this. This is the other crazy thing. They are direct to consumer. They started to dabble with like in-state, like in the United States distribution, but they're struggling with shipping time frames. So it takes like a week or two to get them, which is like kind of a problem in the United States, but because we're used to the Amazon model, but the price is so low, people are willing to do it. And since they're sending direct to consumer from China, they don't have to pay U.S. tariffs. So we've had tariffs in place since the first Trump administration. Biden left them in place. And there's like the structure is set up for business to business tariffs because mostly people aren't sending such low volumes. Yeah, it would just be too expensive. So they get through the tariff structure. They don't have to pay tariffs. So they're a $100 billion valued company.
With no tariffs coming in this country.
Yep. And with no manufacturing footprint on their own. So even some of the regulations that we could put in place about where items are sourced. So in 2021, the U.S. government put in a legislative act that we would not allow goods made by a certain region of China. I can find it in a second. Goods could not come from a certain region in China because they are enslaved human workers when they come from this region. And there's evidence that known that some of the items that come from Shein come from this enslaved labor camp. So some of the things come from there. Many of the things that you buy come from people willing to make them. They're not enslaved. It comes from the region that is like a very large wholesale fashion, wholesale goods city. Like that's what they do. That's what that warehouse is for. It's not just them, but their workers they work a double shift every day, and they might get 1 to 2 days off per month. And they agree to work for Shein because it's one of the few companies that pay on time, despite the labor conditions that they're forced to work under.
And the labor conditions are bad. So let me ask you a question. If we don't know the answer, it's fine. It's just a question.
I looked at pictures.
Okay, yay. So are people still, my first question is just because I'm curious, how are clothes made today? Are people still hand sewing them on a machine?
Yes.
Do big machines make clothes at all?
But yes, they are people like you and your sewing machine upstairs, just like that, with like fabric piled up over here.
Because Shein ships me the fabric.
Yeah, I don't know. We didn't talk about, I don't know where it comes from, to be honest. I didn't get into that.
Interesting.
It's got to be. It could even be from the warehouse down the road. So the warehouse to me looked clean. The street looked clean. It looked modern. So when I picture like what I imagine Chinese sweatshops to look like, I imagine like dirty and poor and yeah, like almost. Yeah, I do. I imagine it to be really dark. This wasn't that. But I think to sit over, I mean, I've sewn and you're sewing now, to sit over a sewing machine for 12 to 14 hours a day.
Oh my God.
And to get paid per item that you turn out, and you just received new order, and it's, so someone called it like an Uber system. So I think how it sort of works is that
Whoever picks up the order. Yeah.
It goes into a system and you grab it.
That is a fascinating model, though.
Pictures were big piles of bags. Like they put them in bags, and you could see all the stuff on the inside was the same stuff. So they were just churning out the same snake shirt all day, or whatever it was, however long it takes them. They put them in those bags, and then those bags go in boxes.
This shirt feels like a beach chair material.
Kind of canvasy. Kind of weird.
But it's only has a single stitch, which is also interesting. Speed.
Shein ships the majority of its products directly from China to shoppers by air in individually addressed packages. So the moment they leave that building where they're made, must go right to consumers. That way they don't have unsold inventory piling up in warehouses. So it's like basically almost made to order, because it does happen so fast. It is.
Working capital.
It is. So they take 5,400 third-party contract manufacturers, primarily in China, and it is on an on-demand manufacturing system, an Uber-style on-demand manufacturing system.
Like picking up a shipped order. You're picking up a sewing order.
Exactly. So the way that they collect, so they incentivize users to engage. They they'll incentivize people to even leave comments. It doesn't even have to be like a high quality comment, but people rating and putting comments on clothes will tell them, like they use all of that data in a way to say, okay, like big aggregate amount of, here's the designs of the day or the week. What does that mean for what we need to produce tomorrow? And like, that's how fast they're churning designs out. So you asked if it's AI. The short answer is yes, but to what degree? So insights for sure. Like it's not my 800 designers have the autonomy to like go and browse the Hermes website for what the latest trend is in high fashion, and like they get the autonomy to do that. I do think there's like a machine telling them, the Shein machine, saying this is what you need to go put together. Like this is the trend of the day. Go find something that's like this. So I think in that Black Lives Matter example, this is the trend of the day or the month or the summer in 2020 in the United States, misinterpreted across the pond and a continent and everything else. But it's totally misinterpreted. But this is the trend of the day. Go make something that fits this model. And,
So how did he come up with this idea?
How do they?
Well, through the wedding venue. But like, we don't know enough about him to know. Like, did he grow up in family weddings? Did he? Have old
There's
money?
actually so much misinformation about him. So his name is Chris Zhu. He founded it in 2008. He has some other names he's referred to, like Sky. He's also referred to as Sky occasionally. He'd previously worked in digital marketing. Very little is known about him. Employees don't recognize him. Some sources actually describe him as Chinese American who graduated from Georgetown, but Shein representatives themselves in Chinese media depicts him as average student of poor origins and born in China. So like why there's so much misinformation, I don't know. No verified photos of him exist.
What about his leadership team?
So there's only a couple of people who are publicly known to be in company leadership. There's a female, maybe she was the CMO, I can't remember. There's only one known picture of her also online, and she's even more mysterious. The company is owned there are a couple of financial founders and investors. Those are not disclosed. There are, I think 3 or 4 that have like a shared ownership also, that have stake in the company. But there's not much that's known about them either. And they share the way that the structure is set up in any sort of existing public domain is like an interweb of authority. So basically like 3 top people or small organizations have like the gigantic amount of authority. There's no checks and balances. There's no accountability at the top. The central entity of this complex arrangement is Beauty of Fashion Investment Company Limited, which is strategically registered in the British Virgin Islands, which is widely acknowledged as a tax haven. That was in a research document that was basically making the case for why they should not be allowed to have a public company in the United States. Do you want me to tell you a little bit more about how they use big data to turn it into designs? We really don't know a lot about it. They're just so far ahead in terms of user experience, the way that they mix together media, entertainment into the experience, and bring in user-generated content with reviews. Loyal users check the Shein app daily to get points. Revisiting the app gets you points, so that's like high.
Committed.
Yeah, there's some people who claim that, like, what's the first thing you do in the morning? Like, okay, it's like not even the first thing you do in the morning, but
check my text messages from you.
Good. That makes me feel so happy. So the first thing you do on your phone,
check my text,
is text messages first.
The weather and the text.
Yeah. So there are people who claim the first thing that they do when they wake up in the morning is open the Shein app. Like,
really
for
committed.
what is just so crazy to me.
It's so crazy because they might miss out on this awesome snakeskin shirt.
Right.
Shein
awards customers for everything from opening the app to watching live streams, entering outfit design contests. So I guess they're even like,
that's genius.
Customers use true user-generated content, user-generated content in your business model.
Fascinating.
The ability to lure users to the platform is one of its main ingredients for success, along with its hyper-fast production process, bargain basement pricing, and data-driven product offerings. Anyone who comments on clothing bought from Shein using the app receives points that can be used toward making further purchases. Nearly all the comments are written in Arabic, with a few English. I love it. My baby like it so much.
My baby like it so much.
That was one of the comments.
My baby like it so much. Well, good for the baby.
A survey of 7,000 American teenagers in 2022 ranked Shein as their second favorite e-commerce website. I don't know what the first one was. Second favorite.
Oh, I wonder what their first is.
I don't know.
These young people.
Probably TikTok shopping. Honestly.
I've never bought anything
I don't know.
on TikTok.
Me neither. I almost did last night because there's a 3D. I looked at it for so long and almost bought it for us here because it was like a little tabletop thing that when you look at it one way it said twat and then you turn it and it said cunt. Can we say that? Do I need to beep it out?
No, I think we can say it.
Okay. Anyways,
I'm a big fan of this
I
word,
thought
and most people
was...
are not. And I'm sorry, but like it really gets your point across. Like if I really have disdain for something, there's a time and a place.
Yeah.
I like the sea waffle word. Okay. So my Shein takeaway is, here's the deal. I think that sometimes they get me with the way they're scraping all the data together, because I feel like some of the clothes they put in front of me on the carousel on Facebook are so aligned with like who I am.
Yeah.
Could be everything from the birdcage snake shirt to like something simple and black and whatever. My experience has been, both times I've ordered, I've probably got 8 to 10 things. Less than $100. And I generally hate 6 of them.
Yeah.
And I love 2 of them. They don't last.
Yeah.
I think this guy will last. This is actually pretty cute. And one of the reasons I bought this is because I wanted this to be a prototype for like our stuff, because I think this is a fabulous design for everybody, honestly. But anyway, I love this shirt. I got it from Shein. At the same time, I bought the snake skins. And at the same time, I bought this super comfy and soft outfit, but the small pants look like they'd fit Liv's baby doll.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, they literally look like they'd fit my ankle.
Yeah.
And I'm not a huge person. So my takeaway is I only spent $85 on 10 things, but 6 of them went to the Goodwill. So I really brought 2 shirts that I love for $40, one not included here in this picture. And this is not a $40 shirt. This is a $2 material.
Yeah, I did look at the stitching when you were wearing it, and I was like, oh yeah, it's not even. The line, you said, because you made the comment of a single stitched hem, and I was like, oh yeah.
And it's not even
it's not even even.
And I'm over here beating myself up on this sewing machine. I mean, they did a pretty decent, it's single stitch and it's not even, because they're trying to bust it up. Now this is called a serger.
Yeah, look at you.
There's a machine at the library called a serger.
I've used it.
You've used it?
Not at the library, but I've used it when I used to sew. I didn't have my own. I borrowed.
Yeah. So that's my.
But it was kind of cheating in 4-H. You know how in 4-H you have to do everything hard in the original way to get good points in the scores.
Smarter, not harder, baby.
Yeah. So I used the serger for
cheating if someone else did it for
certain things.
In my opinion.
Well, the serger cuts and finishes it at the same time instead of having to cut, sew together, finish each of those edges, and then crimp them. Do you crimp them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get really obsessed about. I'm not there yet. Like, if I were to make a shirt like that and give it to you, me personally would not feel proud of that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, same. If I were to make that shirt myself personally, I would feel proud that I did it, but I don't think I'd be proud enough to be able to give it to anybody.
Yeah. If I'd be like, oh, I made this. Thanks.
Yeah.
Seems a little fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm learning.
Yeah.
But to give it to you, that shit's got to be on point.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about my hair ties.
And they're professionals. They're $100 billion company. Like, get it together.
So the takeaway from Shein is I can't sit here and say that I've never ordered from them. I'm not a loyal. Mm-hmm. Never going to be a loyal. And I'd rather just buy 2 shirts for $40 than 8 shirts and throw 6 away. And the 2 I like aren't even close to look like they're even valued at $40. They were a good $5 buy.
Their model is intriguing. Some people say that Zara might not be able to survive fast fashion 2.0. I like Zara.
Zara's quality is better than that.
Me too.
I like brick and mortar because then I can touch it.
Yeah. Well, I don't even shop necessarily so much brick and mortar, but yeah, the quality is a little bit better. I feel better about it. So they've got an interesting model. I think it's really sketchy that the founder CEO is so secretive, that their leadership is so secretive, that they are not present. They have no known media, like anything. Like they've never
IPO if you're not in the news. Like it's a ghost.
Well, that's what even some comments were like. Is it just the CFO that's going to speak on behalf? Who's going to do the quarterly releases?
Did I miss that?
I didn't learn anything about it. I didn't go like terribly deep. What I thought was just fascinating was just the leadership is secretive. The CEO himself is unrecognizable even to his employees. They've got an interesting model.
I think it's really genius how they. I mean, it's terrible.
The setup, yeah, is genius, and it sort of scares me a little bit at how genius it is. I think it has the potential to be extremely destructive to the world. They don't care about sustainability. They don't care about safe labor practices.
They're not paying tariffs.
They're not. They're getting around U.S. tariffs. Yes. So, is it clink or close on Shein?
So I've never really actually thought about this before until this very moment. But
okay. You'll buy again. You're not completely opposed.
As a very specific space in my life, I can see buying it for, I want a really ridiculous shirt. Or
I see that.
Livy wants these fast, trendy crop tops that I'm not spending $30 on at Abercrombie and Fitch because she's
and also she might wear it once or whatever.
If I want to be ignorant, then I don't clink.
Yeah.
But I'm not closing either.
Oh, okay.
So that is like, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if I figure out more about how they treat people.
Yeah. Like, really, you're closing, but the door's open.
The door's open.
Because we're a realist.
I'm a realist. I don't
For
want to lie.
me, the door's completely closed. I'm never shopping there. I will never buy anything from there again.
Feeling so guilty.
No, you don't. I mean, I didn't even like my first experience. There wasn't anything. I did wear the sweater that I bought. So same thing. I spent like
freeze to death because it was paper ass.
Yeah, no, I did. I'm serious. I had to wear a shirt underneath it. I didn't like the way it felt. I had like this weird moment where like the arms were, because it was an oversized sweater, but then the head was like, to get my head through it. That's not even the biggest part of my body, you guys. Like, I don't have an unusually big head. No. I have unusually big other body parts, but like, it's not my head. So I do remember being like, why? I'm going to rip this shirt, just trying to get my head through the hole where it belongs. Mm-hmm. So anyways, I just didn't like, even the one shirt that I liked, I just didn't even like it. And so I spent $60 on a shirt that I didn't like because it wasn't $60 for that shirt. It was $60 for 5 things, and I didn't like any of them.
That was my exact freaking takeaway.
Yeah, so just my experience was poor.
So you're done.
I'm done. I don't need to try this again.
You shitty sewn shirt that you kind of like.
No.
I did.
Nope. I'm out. I'm out on Shein.
I'm out. She's closing. She's closing the bar.
She's closing.
Speaking of closing the bar, what time is it?
Time to
it's Labor Day weekend and it's 2:00.
It's
drink time.
Time to put something real in our cups.
So we are clinking to ourselves.
Not
Shein.
We raised the glass.
We'll raise the glass to the conversation.
Yeah. And did you learn anything new? Did you love it?
I loved it.
Okay.
I loved we learned a lot about fulfillment.
Yeah, this is true. Actually, Mike would be really interested. We should tell him.
He's going to have to go source our material from us.
He's going to have to listen, so we get at least one download.
Eventually, he needs to get with it and be going taking a trip to find us some material.
Okay. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you for listening to Stirred Up. If you like what you heard, please subscribe. Check us out on YouTube. Follow us on your podcast apps. Please send it to a friend. Leave a comment. Add a rating. Every little bit helps. We look forward to seeing you next week.